games to eliminate our very own TGE. And I heard there was a classic in that series that you should go back and watch if you haven't done so.
Do go back and watch that series. TGE, I feel like the first two games of that were both sort of like somebody had no business winning the race, and yet it happened. So that's a great series. Go watch it. And it does look like we are underway. Eunos and cytown, both interested in this level 3 spot first. And we have level 2.
Interesting to note, cytown is going into level 2 with a bomb drop. Eunos does not have bombs, and those bombs might help cytown against these landmolars.
Well, the sword beams are good. Definitely going to help out too. Eunos has, the landmos, you can kill one and leave the room, but he's going to kill both of them the old-fashioned way. And, ouch, segments.
Yes, indeed. This is a segmented level 2. Normally, you would not see a spare in level 2 unless it is segmented, and that's the case we have right now. And those Stalfos rolled up in HP.
Beefy skeletons. Those are zombies. Oh my goodness. Blue landmos.
Well, that's fitting for Halloween because now we've got our spooky, scary skeletons, and cytown already has a Triforce.
Didn't see which room it was in. I don't know if the bombs helped him get there, but a good, getting Triforce is always a good thing.
The reward for the Danger Noodles was a heart container.
Yep, Eunos up to 4 hearts. Of course, we know where the white sword item is. We don't know what it is. You do need between 4 and 6 hearts, so finding hearts is good. cytown force a bomb drop off that landmo?
He might have. After all, 10th enemy is the bomb.
Very nice. Speaking of heart containers, Eunos finding another one.
Yeah, it's early, but still 2 heart containers is not necessarily a bad thing at this early juncture because now you have a 2 and 3 shot of getting the white sword item.
So Eunos just got key blocked out of advancing further, which is actually going to be a good thing. We know both heart containers on the other side. We know the Triforce is on this side of the staircase. So cytown's about to pick up that second heart container as well as Eunos battles the beefy zombies. So they're both going to basically be full clearing level 2 at about the same time.
And I like the bomb strats that cytown is utilizing to speed this up, because going against likes is a long process with just wood sword. Bombs are great at spreading damage around. And yes, this was a very quick full clear. I gotta agree with something I said in chat.
Eunos, NES, let's go. Come on.
Yep, I agree. But honestly, in some fonts, that Dungeon Ink lot would have spelled GT. I can think of a few other Zelda games that utilize that. Ooh, that's a good mid.
Both runners actually saving to get back to start to advance over to level 1 at the same time. So through one full dungeon, our runners are in sync. It's just the aftermath of that appears to be a little skewed.
And look, it's level 1 at level 1. I mean, this is one instance where vanilla is a good thing because... Or maybe not. cytown's going to get this Triforce, and I think he might go back and try for a Kananaki.
I don't think there was a shutter. There's no Kananaki to be had. That's just it.
I thought I saw a shutter there, my mistake, but either way.
It wouldn't be. It would actually. I think it might be a pirouette if they went back in. Eunos, if that door on the left is open, okay, no, it's not. So yeah, both, unless they can bomb down, and neither runner, it looks like, wants to actually spend all their bombs at this point. Although I guess Eunos is looking for it anyway.
I mean, Eunos could look for a bombable wall in the Triforce room, but isn't gonna bother. That's one where, unfortunately, keys are needed for level 1, and we didn't find any in level 2. Speaking of, that's the price of keys at 93.
Little bit of an expensive key. Runner's not going to go for that just yet. 59 for a candle, though. Eunos
How
has
about
that.
this?
Cytown does not.
But he has the rupees to be able to stock up on bombs. Only 2 rupees!
Very nice. We did shuffle the Armos item, right?
At least his positioning was shuffled. That's about all I can say about that.
That is where you're supposed to find the power bracelet. Neither runner, it looks like, going to 6th, though. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, looks like we've got some divergence as we've got Eunos heading up to Spectacle Rock. Cytown, on the other hand, stopping at Monocle Rock to get it taken.
That 6th heart guarantees the white sword item. With the power bracelet being there, it looks like Cytown's very interested in claiming this white sword item as fast as possible. Can't really blame him there. It's a free item. You might as well get it. Eunos went up to Spectacle Rock, though. Found level 6 at level 9. Life is upside down today.
And has walked into a Lionel Den, but gets a clock drop and the first key of the seed.
Well, that's one problem solved for Cytown.
Speaking of, yeah, definitely. Actually, no, that's 2. Don't need to buy arrows. And you don't have to go into 9 to dig silvers out. Because they're the white sword item.
Very nice. And while you're up here, you gotta check level 5. So why not? Even if we have to go up the mountain. Eunos putting that candle to work against some keys. Why not?
And a nice strat against Aquamentus. 2 strikes and a bomb, and it's going to pay off in the form of a red candle.
It's supposed to be by wood arrows it summons the silver arrows, not by blue candle summon the red candle. But, you know, I don't think Eunos is going to complain too much about that weapon this early in the game.
Absolutely not, because that's extra offensive support that will really come in handy. It's already paying dividends against these blue Lionels.
Yeah, just having that, like, instant hit from the flame is really nice. Bomb upgrade location known, at least. A little pricey. Hopefully it's worth it when we find the other one.
Or when we find the money for it.
I can't get over these Link's Awakening sprites, though.
I don't think we can get Zelda 3 sprites into this game, unfortunately.
Well, I think we already have the NES version of those sprites. It's right there on Cytown's side. What is... Oh, is that the second transport staircase we've seen in 5?
I'm not sure. Unless it... Well, if it is, then that other one... Well, we gotta see the map. Now I want to see the map, and the map isn't gonna show up because the game knows.
Yeah. More keys, at least. Eunos actually up to 4 keys already. And, up there in that level 5 spot. I mean, I guess he could go... No, he's at Spectacle Rock. He's probably going to kind of save and quit after this. There's really nothing convenient to get to from there.
Yeah, there's no real convenient way to get back here as Eunos finds the compass, so this is definitely a full dig out.
Well, with that compass, it looks like Eunos is interested in getting straight to that Triforce as fast as possible. Wants to just get out of here. It's level 6. It's a massive pile of rooms and horrors. Why stay if you don't have to, even if there's an item on the ground? or under it for that matter.
Well, we already got the underground item, so it'd just be the floor drop at this point. With
That's
Heart
true,
Shuffle
red
on,
candle.
it's 2 items in each dungeon, with the exception of levels 1 and 8 having 3.
Oof, Wizrobes over in 5.
Ooh.
I just haven't been paying enough attention to notice them. Either that or this is the first room that we've actually seen them.
First room we've actually seen them, and speaking of magic, Eunos has the wand. It was in level 6. The floor drop item.
That's 2. Wand and 6, power bracelet underneath. The actual Armos is at that. Either way, Eunos is not going to be unhappy about finding that wand. The white sword damage against most everything in the game. And the range. Both ranged weapons in 6 here. The red candle and the magic wand.
And Eunos is done and out of there. Cytown just was greeted rudely by a blue Goma. And no bow means no thank you.
Yeah, shouts to everyone in chat for catching that wand grab, because we all completely missed it. But Eunos is definitely using it.
I actually happened to catch it in that particular room, and I'm like, ooh, that's boss. You won't hear me say no to a wand at this point in the game.
Yeah, Eunos is going right back to level 1
and
immediately
runs
smack into the ladder block. Not going to use the wand to kill the Malden-worms. I mean, it's a free kill, basically. Cytown getting a potion here on the coast, take any cave.
Not a bad play, because you never know, the potion could come in handy at some point later on. And as we also see, the Pulse Voice are professionals at screen scrolling. Now, if only they'd teach me.
I know, right? Eunos found a bomb hole in level 1. Gets rewarded with another key, which is good because we know that there's another key block here.
And we've got an Aquamentus in an NSU room with a map. Holy smokes, name that ink block, folks. The Cytown takes a death on the coast, and ladies and gentlemen, that right there is a bait block.
Oof. No items in 1. There is a ladder block that's blocking 2 rooms, so maybe. But there's more than 2 items in there, so enjoy. Cytown, that death not quite as bad as it may have seemed with the power bracelet in hand, or on wrist, whatever. But he's going to go to level 6, not the forest in the Lost Hills location. Welcome to 4.
Well, unfortunately, the large secret, as we just saw on Eunos' side, is 80 rupees, which is below average, but it's not terrible, like, say, in the 50s or 60s. Meanwhile, Eunos is clipped into the HUD.
I didn't know you could clip into that cave like that.
Neither did I. Clipping into the HUD is not anything I have done personally. Meanwhile, our coast item is a heart container.
Good to know, I guess. 7 is under 8. So at this point, what are we down to? 3, 8, and 9 still at large at the level 2 location, and then our 2 blocked dungeons, the lake and the raft island.
Meanwhile, the owl goes for... Wow, that's just mean. Goes from asking a dig dogger about a record collection to mugging you. Max bombs or money. Gross.
At least with the large secret, that was not too much money. 33 rupees you can usually get back relatively quick. More ladder blocks.
And it's starting to look like the ladder blocks are piling up. It looks like the ladder's the key to opening up this seed.
I didn't see how many other paths there were through level 1. Well, through level 7 there. So it's possible that there are other ways through, but, you know, without the ladder, 7's a big dungeon. Go find the ladder somewhere else. Even if 7, by meme logic, will have something important in it. Nice blue Lammo kill for Eunos here in level 3. This staircase proves we're segmented. No!
Wow, that's another segmented dungeon. Shapes will do that. They will throw segmented dungeons at you. So you gotta be ready.
Heart container on the floor in 3 here. One of the Stalfos has it.
Now, if you had a boomerang, you could stun the Stalfos and just take it right out of his pocket.
I mean, it seems kind of rude to steal a skeleton's heart, but I guess this is Randomizer. This is war in the tournament. Very linear level 4, as cytown's actually had the map in 4 for a little while now. Oh no!
And it's also ladder blocked!
Now,
well, this is looking like a right order seed at this point, meaning whatever the right order is, it's going to be either the ladder or an item that leads to it.
So it's worth noting, though, right? I mean, 7's big. We didn't really get the best looks at it. But cytown does have the Triforce out of 4. So it's possible, you know, there's 2 hearts sitting in there, and we don't need to see anything else. Same with those items in 1. There's 3 items sitting around here in level 1. But, well, actually in 1, it's a bait block. But even then, it's possible they're all, you know, nothing. And there's a Triforce in 3, so we at least know it's available. But I'm also getting to the point of we're starting to have too many items behind potential ladder blocks. That's true. If cytown saw the ladder block but not the bait block, that's a little interesting. If there's anything important in level 1, and I'm looking at that power bracelet into Armos and that wand in 6 and wondering, is the bow behind the bait?
Vanilla 9 was level 6, as Eunos has the Triforce out of level 3.
Yep, 8 and 9 are together underneath the lake and across the raft. So one of those 2 progression items will not be useful until the end game. cytown taking out the blue Lanmos, but unfortunately having to abandon the bomb drop. Eunos knowing the staircase item is somewhere across the staircase. cytown going to explore the rest. Is going to pick up the heart container at least.
Well, we found our staircase and a manhandler, making things just a little difficult, but nothing Eunos can't handle, and that's the bow!
Very nice. So once Eunos checks that white sword location, you know, well, it might take a while now with that saving quit, but Eunos well on his way to being able to beat the game. cytown looking for a raft and a recorder. Both runners very interested in that ladder as we keep going.
So Eunos was picking up the second large secret under a burn spot.
Why not? cytown continuing to explore 3.
Now, I don't think we have seen a spot to buy meat just yet, and at this point for Eunos, I wouldn't be too fussed about pricing, nor would I be too fussed about spending 2 rupees for 4 bombs.
I feel like we've seen really expensive meat somewhere. But we'll see if the cheap meat's at the cheap meat.
It is, and that's a very good price for it.
Eunos doesn't know about the silver arrows and just bought the wood arrows.
Well, when Eunos goes to see the white sword item, he's gonna be like, I want my money back.
You know, it's not a bad purchase with his level of information. I'm not going to complain, especially because you know that wood arrow shop is the rare shop. It's kind of out of the way, and that's going to be the only place in this seed where you can buy the wooden arrows. It's a little unfortunate with our, knowledge. It's one of those things where beknownst to us, but unbeknownst to Eunos. But here we're going to see the other side of that bait block. Cytown claiming the triangle out of level 3. It's a nice shitani. Well, nice of the compass to be here.
Well, it shows us that the bait block didn't block the Triforce, but what did the bait block?
Blocked a key.
A cytown gets run over by a danger noodle.
Oof. Blue Lionel's rolled up, I'm finally noticing. Still not terrible with the wand, but you're hoping to not have to land that 4th hit. So this should be well, we're hoping it's a drop room. It's only a key. I think that guarantees us there's an item on the other side of that ladder block at the beginning of the dungeon now. In fact, it's the staircase item.
Well, that was not what Eunos was hoping to find in terms of the ladder, but in terms of finding an offensive upgrade, you can't really complain because the white sword is twice as good as the one you start the game out with.
Twice as good as the wood. Yes, just because it's being asked out there in chat, the coast item is a heart container.
Now, cytown's in level 7.
So we know there's a ladder blocked item in level 1. There's a potential ladder block in 7. I feel like we saw another one somewhere.
Yeah, there's plenty of ladder blocks throughout this seed. It's pretty disgusting. Like, speak of the devil, there it is.
Oh, 4 had a ladder block, I think. As long as Eunos is going immediately into a Wizrobe dungeon, he's going to feel a little better about finding the white sword. Cytown again, flexing these any roads, making that power bracelet work.
Eunos is about to take on that Goma. It's going to be 3 shots with the wooden arrows. For the map, oh, that's just nasty game.
Put it back.
Name that ink block, folks, although I gotta tell you, that's an ugly one.
Awkward graduate. Because that is a nice flat cap on its head.
Yep, and that is an awkward looking dungeon too, I might add.
I'm down for this name of Toxic in chat. Upside down Mr. Burns. Well, the hunt is on for things of value here in level 5. I don't see a compass flashing on either side. I don't think we've seen what's in the staircase yet.
Nope, this is a transport staircase, so never mind that. I thought that was the item, but I was mistaken.
Same. 5 is not segmented, so that's the only transport staircase. All of those holes in the level, and it's not segmented. It's a miracle.
Definitely. The Cytown's calling it, leaving level 5. Also, it does not appear as though Cytown got the bow out of level 3. Going to have to go back for that.
Yep.
And Fires rolled beefy because they withstood a bomb, and the way north is ladder blocked. So Eunos is going to have to find another path and try something else.
Cytown didn't go to the other segment of level 3 to get that staircase item, so he's got to know there's a staircase item over there somewhere. Ladder block here for the last couple of rooms of 5. Why not? Cytown, I believe it was pointed out by chat earlier, and this is definitely true, doesn't know that 1 has a bait block. So there might be that double back later on still to get the bait if he's looking for items late in the game, which we know only leads to a white sword. We didn't see any of the floor drops in 1, did we? I'm trying to remember if we saw a heart container in there. Oh, yeah, it was just a white sword.
Yeah, only the white sword.
Eunos gets the bad news that those wooden arrow rupees can never be reclaimed. Does get the good news the silvers are not in 9.
Also gets the good news that Saver's not already in 9.
Nice pack of bombs for Cytown there. Encourages him to use a bomb and does find a bomb hole. I do like when there's a bomb drop in a room that has a bomb hole. It's almost like the game's trying to say, like, hey, you might need these. And it's on both sides, too.
Well, when that happens, you might as well test the walls.
Tested the walls, but didn't pick up the bombs. So Eunos in 4. See if there's anything we missed, but we're pretty sure the top of this dungeon's ladder blocked based on the, well, there's a nice vertical column of rooms there. Cytown in 6 will be able to claim the Triforce and both items out of 6. Full clear of 6 up here on Spectacle Rock, not a bad thing. And the wand is one of those items, so nothing required, but nothing bad either.
Yeah, basically all good stuff, and I think this room had one of the items. I want to say wand.
Yeah, the wand was the floor drop, so this room will not have a push block in this flag set. Does need to make sure he doesn't take a death to the Lionels. Eunos has been able to work that combat advantage for a little while now.
Well, you know what they say in Zelda Randomizer. It's not a randomizer until you get a Lionel death. I mean, maybe less so in some games where there aren't too many or any Lionels, and it's usually another enemy that takes that title.
Nonetheless, there is the wand for Cytown. As Eunos gets closer to the ladder block in Northern 4.
Hey, old man, look who's calling. Who a thief?
Still not enough rupees to see what the bomb upgrade does.
And meanwhile, chat's saying that Eunos picked up the power bracelet earlier from the Armos item.
Yeah, I think they both got that around the same time. And there is the ladder block. Eunos either stream is a little locked up or is stopping to think about this for a minute. Because we're starting to get to that point in the seed. You're about a half hour in. You've seen a handful of dungeons, and you're getting to the point of I'm missing something. What's up? Eunos has 5 Triforces. Cytown likely to find that 5th Triforce that Eunos has over him relatively soon here in level 6. But Cytown without a bow, that's the other sort of key difference at this point.
And the Lionel strikes Cytown.
The combat advantages for Eunos starting to loom large, whether through itemry or skill.
Both, probably.
Yeah. So we know level 7 is here. This is what we were talking about earlier. We saw the a room was ladder blocked, but just how ladder blocked is 7. 7 usually is a pile of rooms. There's probably another way.
It's 33 rooms of torture in first quest. We'll see how this level 7 fares for our runners. Is there a bomb hole in this room? Not a room I would want to spend too much time in, admittedly, because that's a blue wizrobe room. Those things hurt.
Eunos clearing this room out like he doesn't even care.
Well done.
Blue wizrobes, why me worry?
And no bomb hole. Wow.
So I'm not sure if we tested down at start. Not sure if we tested left out of this room. I believe we're at level 6, so we're relatively close to the shop on the coast by the coast item. And there's going to be 2 rupee bombs there. So Eunos basically has infinite bombs with which to kind of ferret this out. So there's the block. So that's one. I think there's like maybe 5 walls that we're looking at.
There's one, and we got a hit. Into a Gliok room.
I think the common logic is that, whoa, don't die to the last fireball. The shape must touch the bottom row of the map, and that makes down a good candidate for any bomb attempts if you're not on the bottom. Again, with that last gas, Eunos trying to bomb the bottom row anyway. Just beta testing.
That's another part of that ladder block, so gotta
room.
find another way.
Can't go further left into the S column on the map for stage 7. But we can go right. Show me ladder. Ooh.
Show me a bomb hole?
No. Up, I
Double
think,
buzzer.
might go to a room we've already seen anyway, if it did exist. So this whole set of rooms ended up being a bust. Well, maybe we didn't see that room, but... So now that leaves left here and down from start. I guess we could check right here. Okay.
To the right, so there was a way out of this mugger room. Interesting. And it's a Gliok, this one with 4 heads. And it's guarding a key. Eunos gets the key, bounces off the head, which only does 3/8 of a heart of damage, as Cytown has the Triforce out of 6. Now in a room full of Vires, and these Vires rolled beefy, but Eunos gets shot. Has to go back to start.
Dope.
I missed.
Eunos at this point with, it's a slight advantage, but an advantage nonetheless. The bow out of 3 is probably the biggest part of it. But having the white sword out of 1 and the knowledge that the bait block is not required in 1 might loom later. It all depends on whether Cytown just needs to go back into 1 for something else later on. The white sword will save some time no matter what. Of course, Cytown could just get the magical sword anyway if things go his way. But we'll see. The race to solve the puzzle that is level 7 is on.
And it's another bomb hole to the right. It's like the bomb wall. It's like the walls that are heading to the right in this dungeon are weak. For some reason, I cannot explain it because there's another one.
Yeah, Eunos just not even checking up and down, going straight to check the ball to the right.
Hey, if it's working, go with it.
More bombs. The dungeon is at least supplying some bombs from here, which is very nice of it.
But what's not nice is that death that Cytown took to the Blue Wizrobes. Unfortunately, that room's a whole lot of nothing, and now we see where the Triforce is.
That means our
With another
Triforce is
Chevy.
ladder blocked, unless there's some sort of bizarre segment over there. Cytown making use of that 2 rupee bomb shop.
Might as well.
Yeah, Wizrobes in this dungeon mean that Eunos and that the silver arrows and the white sword really for Wizrobes is going to loom large. Going to be much easier to clear out rooms. Eunos did find a heart container drop on the floor, so that's one of our hopes gone. At this point, our assumption is well, it doesn't have to be the ladder as the staircase item. It could be the recorder or the raft. But I'd almost rather get the recorder or the raft because it means that level 8 has to then be under that thing and it has to have the ladder in it. And that's one less thing you have to worry about later on, knowing that, you know, it's the last place to look.
Oh, here's a different direction for a bomb hole. Down. We got all these bomb holes heading east, and now we go south. I mean, we knew winter was coming, but geez, that's a bit soon. It's not even November yet.
Eunos gonna drop this bomb here, knowing the Triforce is in here, knowing the floor drop is in here. At best, a key is in this room. I guess a bomb is nice in this dungeon, just given what we've seen so far. Cytown's going back to 3. We did know that the bow in 3 was something that was missing. Cytown doesn't know it's not the ladder or the other progression item, but you know, you need the bow anyway.
That was a picture-perfect bomb by Eunos to take out that manhandler. Couldn't have dropped it any better.
There's the 7 staircase. It goes to the Triforce room.
And a manhandler is guarding it. Wow, that was dangerously close to a Y-Force.
I think Eunos knew exactly what was going on there, but that is a little close. Cytown taking out the manhandler in the bow room here, claiming the bow. Eunos is going to find out what's in this staircase.
Oh,
just the ladder.
The ladder! Oh my goodness! That with a 7 that had so few doors. Ugh.
Oh, but you know, I'm upset if I'm Eunos, because Eunos we know has all of the other possible items. That means whatever the key to level 8 is at large behind one of those ladder blocks. If it was the raft or the recorder, we would know the ladder had to be an 8. But now we don't know what's anywhere other than 8 is still blocked. So I believe level 4 has an item. Level 5 has 2 Level 5 has 2 items in it still, doesn't it? And level 1 has 2 items.
Level 1 has 2 items past a ladder block, which Eunos can now investigate.
Just gonna check out level 5 first, I guess.
Well, there's a bomb wall for Cytown. Oh yes, we did see this one. This was the 3-headed block. Now, the ladder in 7 was down an extremely specific path, riddled with bomb walls to the right, as well as a staircase that went to a Triforce room.
It looks like Cytown entered this Gliok room from the right. So there's at least that. I think this is the room below the ladder block right now. So Cytown's not yet on the path. I saw the raft just get lit up for Eunos. I didn't see it on the floor, but it's lit up on the tracker. We've got
It's tough to see certain items on certain dungeon palettes, and I could see the raft being tough to see here. And we're finding out from chat that it was on the floor in level 5, so that means well, we don't know where the recorder is, but it would be suffice to say that if it's not here, then level 9 might be under Recorder Lake.
Yep. Eunos, if you're going to go and check level 1 soon anyway to see what's on the other side of that ladder block, I mean, might as well use that raft to see what's there. It's on the way, sort of, and you've got to get into level 8 anyway. If the raft does have level 8 on the other side of it, I think you don't even bother checking 1 until you've at least gotten a couple of those items out of 8, or at least the Triforce itself. You've got to explore 8 and get that Triforce anyway. If you find the recorder along the way, win.
Beyond that, there are much better things that can be picked up along with the recorder. For go mode, you could also find the red ring or the any key, although I don't think Eunos would benefit much from the any key being up at 9T.
Never doubt level 9's locked door capacity. You see the any key, like, unless you know you're 1 or 2 rooms away from Zelda and the pig is down, you grab the any key.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we saw how level 7 was with forgetting doors, basically, for lack of a better terminology.
It's getting close to where the Triforce is in 5.
But that wall's fortified. I'll have to find another way, and I believe this room heading to the right will do it.
You got a staircase here. We should have known the recorder would be in level 5.
Of course it would be, because the game knows, and with that at 4257, Eunos has entered Triforce and Go mode. He just has this Triforce to get out of level 5, the Triforce out of level 8, and then he'll be on his way to level 9, which is either at Recorder Lake or the island.
Eunos armed with both items now. Doesn't need to check level 1 at all. Has access to both of them, so realistically, you figure the raft is a little closer to start. You're going to check that one out first. We will see what Eunos' plan is. Might actually be recording to the level 3 spot. And I'm not sure whose music is up. Can we name this tune? I don't have music up, so I'm completely oblivious. I'm told by laws, in general, the guest should be a SNES RPG, so I'm just going to say it's Final Fantasy IV, based on nothing.
Yeah, SNES RPGs are good, but there is some Mega Man music in here that pops up from time to time.
I'm told we recently also had a recorder theme of the Warp Whistle from Mario 3.
Which is also the recorder theme used in this game.
That's the
Small
joke.
world, isn't it? It flew over my head as Eunos is now in level 8. He's only after one thing and one thing only, the Triforce, and anything that'll help him get there. Whoa, a triple fairy drop.
Yeah, that was swag. Oh no! Eunos gets the magical boomerang on the floor in 8. That's
I don't think he
harmless.
planned that. But at this point, the only thing that does is just add one more option for the select swap menu.
Yep. Although, if there are any bizarre items that are just out of reach that were dropped by an enemy, might help grab them. Cytown coming back for more bombs. Still hasn't managed to find the right path. But again, by process of elimination, you know level 7 has something in it.
Well, when bomb prices are as low as they are, why not? It's much faster to stock up that way when they're this cheap versus trying to get lucky with a bomb drop. Because I can tell you sometimes you just will not get those drops in this game because that's RNG. And there it is!
With those iframes is glowing with power there. Even though it's the Triforce of Wisdom.
And not the piece of power that is in Link's Awakening, which is what his sprite set is based off of. And now, he's on his way to level 9.
So Eunos is going to get into level 9 first, assuming these Dark Nuts let him get off the raft spot. He's going to take a death before he gets off this. You might as well just up an egg. Come on.
I thought he was going to take an intentional death for a second, but nope. That was not nice by the Dark Knight.
Eunos, I'm not sure what the plan is right now. We know the Recorder Lake has 9. We know there's a fair... Oh, loading up on bombs. You know, I like this.
It's a good plan.
I would not be surprised if... Eunos is a really skilled player. It might not happen. I'm not a skilled player and know that there's a fairy spring here. Eunos is going to take the refill.
Well, at this point, Eunos is at 8 hearts. And without a ring, would only be able to take 1 Hyrule driver and live to tell the tale. So the refill makes sense.
Yep. That's the one nice thing, too, because if anything bizarre happens, you struggle, you get to Ganon with no health left, and the worst happens, you otherwise have to up an A for whatever the reason, that fairy spring is right there. Very easy to get to.
Meanwhile, we're in level 9. What we are after here is, to borrow a phrase used on commentary by someone earlier in this tournament, a roar and a door. The roar will be of a beast that wants to be heard and is so loud that you will hear him in an adjacent room. You hear him, he's in a nearby room, north, south, east, or west. The door you're after, a single shutter door that stays closed when the room is clear of enemies. Conversely, that door will pop open despite the room being full of enemies once the beast is beaten. So you find that, you found the kidnapped.
One exception to that logic, it might be adjacent to Ganon's room itself. But it's happened, but it's not the most common thing out there. Eunos moving all the way up through this 9 column, not finding anything of interest yet, needing to now find the bomb hole. Conveniently gets a red Wizrobe next to the bomb hole.
But not conveniently didn't get a bomb drop, as Cytown is on the path to the ladder.
Cytown knows what's up and is about to get this ladder. Unfortunately, Eunos found this a while ago.
Yeah, and to bring up a point in chat, that little speed trick that's mentioned, there's a small window where you can do that same trick in A Link to the Past and also get more hearts at the start. Didn't know that one until I started playing Rando. As Cytown has the ladder.
So cytown going to get that Triforce out of 7. We'll see if the play is to go to 1. And cytown may discover a bait block as Eunos discovers potential bacon.
That is right, because, ladies and gentlemen, here, what in the world? I don't even know what to call that.
I think it is supposed to be Zelda.
Malin fighting Zelda? That doesn't make much sense to me. But anyway, we got Royal Jelly. So now all that's left for Eunos is...
Bow Wow is 2 rooms south. Wow, I didn't even see that at first, but the way Eunos just didn't even fight those Wizrobes and ran right.
He just ran through that like a football player heading to the end zone. And with that, Eunos has taken game 1 extremely quickly. Like, he literally finished that like an RKO out of nowhere. And what I can tell you is that Eunos is finished with an SRL time of 50 minutes, 38 seconds for the win. And cytown has called it a night, forfeiting from this race.
Both of them immediately complaining about level 7 in the race chat after that.
And the quarter theme of Spanish Flea, a Tijuana brass number.
Is it that one or is it a different one?
No, that is the one. Yes, that level 7 was just nasty.
I always forget Spanish Fleet until I hear that. And we'll see if they're gonna show up here for the interview in a little bit. Looks like they're interested, but I don't know what you think, Leslie. I think Eunos is a slight advantage with the wand, the white sword, and the bow really led to being able to kind of get through level 7 just a little bit faster, a little bit safer, and that sort of turned the tide.
Well, if anything, that was obviously one of the dirtiest level 7s that I've ever seen. And, well, it's up there in my top 5 dirtiest dungeons of all the races that I've called. And with that, we are joined by cytown in the commentary booth. GG, that was brutal.
Yeah, I don't know how he got through it so fast. Holy cow. It was rough.
Well, what happened is he started the path of bombing to the right, and then after the second room, he bombed right again. That was basically the only bomb hole he checked for a bit until it stopped working. I think it was like, what, 3 or 4 rooms in a row where he bombed to the right?
Wow. That's good for him. That's pretty impressive. I couldn't figure out the code.
It was like a football game at that point. If the defense can't stop a play, just keep running it. And he just kept going right.
Where was the raft and recorder at?
You were almost there. They were both in level 5.
God, doggone it. Okay. Well, that was rough, guys. Hopefully I don't play like that the rest of this competition or I'm done tomorrow.
I wouldn't fault you for that at all, because that was really just a case of the seed pulling a real nasty trick. And that was basically all she wrote. It came down to who solved the mystery first of where the ladder was, and this time it happened to be Eunos.
Yeah, he's amazing anyway, so go figure.
Hey, don't sell yourself short now. You've made it this far into the tournament. The 7th seed in the Elite 8. It's not over until it's over.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna do my best to fight. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. Good luck tomorrow. Same time, same channel.
Awesome.
Right here tomorrow at 9 Eastern for game 2, I believe. We'll figure out which channel exactly, but it's this time.
I just want to say thank you guys for commentating, and thank you CFB for doing our tracking and just taking care of us. So Appreciate you all, and I hope you all have a good evening.
That we will. Now, let's have a look at that schedule. I'm trying to pull it up on my end, but it's giving me a bit of a... Oh, there we go. I was about to complain about the schedule. Well,
yeah, we're running thin on
for
matches, it turns out, when we get to the round of it.
Yep, we are down to the nitty-gritty at this point because tomorrow night there's only... Actually, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, there are only 2 matches each on the schedule. Tomorrow night's matches are Eunos cytown Game 2 at this same exact start time on a channel to be determined, as well as Game 1, the best of 3 series between Adirondack Rick and RC Drone. That starts at 10:30. Then Game 2 of Thurwolf Cav 856 is at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, with RC Drone Adirondack Rick also Game 2 on same day. Now, on Halloween, both races are, if necessary, between Eunos cytown at 9 and RC Drone Adirondack Rick at 10:30. And the only thing slated currently for Friday is Game 3 between Thurwolf and Cavan, if necessary.
Lots of good races. I mean, like we said earlier, we're down here in the round of 8. These will all be good.
Oh yeah, this is where things really ramp up and get exciting. All those leading up to this, a number of runners enter this tournament. We are down to 8. Anything can happen, folks, so stay tuned. We are in for one wild ride to the finish.
I can't wait.
This is going to be a heck of a fun, good time.
So I'm ready to wrap this up if you are. I think we've said everything that needs to be said about this seed. We hate level 7.
Yeah, level 1 also turned out to be one of those really well-disguised red herrings, but if you followed the bait block, you got rewarded with a white sword, which isn't too bad. Not what we're after, but that tells me that everything else, we don't know. Whatever.
Level 1, at least small. You never know. The other side of that ladder block might have a red ring and an any key still, but we didn't need.
Yeah, not this time anyway, but hey, as always, it was a blast, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the races in the tournament.
Are you saying level 7 was a blast as a pun?
I was talking more about the commentary side, but, well, let's just say, doors were not in healthy supply in that level 7 at all. I swear, that 7 would have been a good 7 in a boomstick seed, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. That 7 can be forgotten. But this has been fun. I think we said earlier. Thanks, Leslie, for commentary. Thanks, Kent Find Bombs, for the restream. I know we've got our tracker's name out here somewhere. It's escaping me. Dead Boy was tracking. Dead Boy was out there in chat letting me know that I did not see that wand grab, and I love him for it. So just thanks everybody who was helping make this restream happen. Follow the runners. Follow us if you want. Follow somebody else too. I don't know. I'm ready to say goodnight.
As am I, guys. We'll see you next time. And because these races are, they're so much fun. And that's why I love it.
Have a good night, everybody.